Good morning. I know some people will probably keep coming in. We had our first fire drill today. It was interesting with no students. It was fun. So I thought I'd share with you guys. I know you guys miss all those fun things. We are going to review. I want to make sure you guys have time to do Delta Math and get that done today. And then just a note. Hold on a second. Let me put these in. There is a quiz tomorrow over the last two sections we've been working on. So make sure you guys are aware of that. I will have it available at 9 o'clock. It'll be on Delta Math, and you'll have it until the end of the class to work on. So make sure you guys are ready to go, or actually it'll be ready for at 9:10. So just make sure you're ready to go tomorrow for that. I'm gonna go over a couple problems probably from last night's homework. So if you pull that out, and if you have a problem that you want to go over, why don't you just put it in the chat box and I will do that one. All right, I see number 11 pop up, so let's go ahead and do that one. Let me go ahead and share my screen and pull that up. Okay, all right, oops. Number 11. This one is very tough. You have to think a little geography too when you draw this picture. So when I think about this, I know Dallas is down south. I know Charleston is down south. If I read the whole thing, it says that Dallas and Charleston lie on the same latitude. So I know they're across. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my triangle.
Oh, Colette, are you muted?
Am I muted? Oh, hold on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on a second. All right. So Dallas and Charleston are directly across from each other. All right. They're Dallas, Charleston, and Indiana is up north. So I'm going to go ahead and mark Indiana up north. Okay. Here's Indiana. There's my I. Oh, sorry. I say Indiana. It's Indianapolis. So it says the distance from Dallas to Charleston is 980. Charleston to Indianapolis is 595. And from Dallas to Indianapolis is 764. It says find the bearing from Charleston to Indianapolis. So this is what we have to find, this angle right there. All right, so we're going to go ahead and use cosine. So the opposite side of C is 764 squared equals 980 squared plus 595 squared minus 2 times 980 times 595 cosine of C. All right, you guys go ahead. I want you guys to go ahead and solve for C for me. If you already have it, just wait a couple minutes and then you can chime in. All right, let's start seeing them come in through the chat box where our answer is for C. And remember, you're finding the angle, so you do need to find the inverse of it. I'll put some numbers down here just so you guys can see what we're doing. Looking for some answers coming through. I haven't seen anything. Should be putting in chat box what you got for C. Yep, 51.2 degrees. Okay, now this part wasn't bad, but this is not your answer. The reason why is we're talking about direction. So if you have to think about it like this, I'm going to go ahead and put a line up here. And we have to think about, this is our line. I'm going to put a different color just to help see it. This is my line for north, because I went north from Charleston up to Indianapolis. So you have to think about you're going upwards. That's why it's north. And then you have to think about it. It's from the north axis here down. So if I know this is right here is 51.2. So right here, my angle is 51.2. I'm going to take 90 minus 51.2 and get 38.8. Now, you started at the north and I went to the west. And if you think about it, Charleston is on the east coast and Indianapolis is up by Ohio. That's why we went to the west. So this is northwest. And that would be actually the hardest part of this problem, is figuring out how to write this part. All right, if you have a question about that, you can ask. All right.
So you have to include both directions in your answer?
Yes, yes. You have to have the north part, either it's north or south, and then west or east. Okay, and this is when you had to think about, well, I went from Charleston, I had to go up north, and then I had to go to the west. So that's why they're both there. All right. I think I saw somebody had a question on number 1. Is that right? Or was that supposed to be 11 and just didn't come through correctly? Okay, number 1. All right, let me look up here. I'm going to set up number 1, and then I can write the answer and let you guys just work through it on your own. If you look at these are opposite of each other. So we're going to do x squared equals 21 squared plus 18 squared minus 2 times 21 times 18 cosine of 123. Okay, remember when you get your answer, it's x squared equals all this. You need to square root your answer, and that'll give you your answer. Square root of that whole answer. Okay, and I'm just gonna put the answer here. If you still don't get the answer right at the end of class, so those should be extra time, you can ask me, and I can go through it a little further with you. Okay. I just want to make sure you guys have time. I know you guys don't want to like have a lot of homework, so I'm trying to make sure we have time in class to work on homework. All right. Any other questions on how to set up some problems on this homework? Number 9. Oh, this was a hard one too. Okay. All right, and it's the biggest thing is the triangle. So I'm gonna go ahead and show on the triangle here. It says we have home, we have work, and we have the friend's house. I'm gonna do F for friends. So I made him go west. It says Michael leaves his home and drives 17 miles west to work. Then he travels 9 miles to a friend's house. If the bearing from work to the friend's house, this is why it went southeast. See how it went south, and then it went 24 degrees to the east. So this is 24 degrees. So if this is 24, I need to find this angle right here. So I'm going to take 90 minus 24 and get 66. And that's this angle right here. It says find the distance between the friend's house and the home. And if you look, W is here. So this would be, I'm going to call this W because it's opposite of it. All right. So then I'm going to say W squared equals 17 squared plus 19 squared minus 2 times A times C cosine.
Wait, where did you get the 19?
Oh, sorry. I thought there was a 19. It's a 9. You're absolutely right. Thank you. All right. 9 squared times 9 cosine of 66 degrees. Okay, you're going to go ahead and solve that. Don't forget your units on that too when you're done. So you'll get the answer. It'll be something really big probably, and then you're going to square root it. It's actually not that big. And then you get 15.7 miles is the answer. Okay. Again, these direction problems, the worst part of it is just drawing it and understanding what it's asking for. If you can get the drawing done, the math is pretty easy. Anybody else have a question on another problem that how to set it up or not really sure? Again, if you want me to go more detail, I can do that at the end of class today. I just want to make sure you guys have time to work on your homework.
I have a question on the quiz. Do you want it to always be like 1 decimal place?
Okay, so just make sure you read on Delta Math what it's asking for. We're going to set up the same way that you guys did your exit tickets the last couple days.
Okay.
You remember how the exit ticket was? It'd be the same.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
This might
Will
be
there
like
be
really
any?
Go ahead.
Will there be any story problems on the quiz?
I am pretty sure we didn't think there would be any. We haven't finished developing it, but I don't think it'll have any. It'll be, honestly, it's gonna look just like your exit tickets. Did you guys have any story problems on the exit tickets? No, okay. So just remember, it's just like your exit tickets. All right, okay.
I have a question
Go ahead.
real quick. When it gets down to like cosine of x equals like some decimal number, whenever I like try to put that in a calculator, this might be a really stupid question, but like how do you get the final answer or get like x by itself for that?
Okay, so like you have cosine of x equals some number, right?
Yeah.
Right, so you have that number in your calculator. What you want to do is hit second cosine of that, second cosine, then second answer, which is a negative button. And it'll put
Okay.
that whole decimal you just had in your calculator back in the problem.
Okay.
Does that answer your question, Rowan?
So what if it's like a number bigger than 1? Does that mean the problem's not, because then you can't take the inverse cosine of it?
Do you have an example like from one of the problems from the homework last night?
Yeah, I'll grab my paper real quick. Yeah, I think for number 11 you went through it, but somehow I ended up with like 7.84 equals cosine of x, which I don't think that's right.
Okay, yeah, let's look through that quick. I'll scroll down here. Okay, look through your steps here. Tell me where are you good here, like with these numbers?
Oh, I think I just switched up the order of my numbers. Yeah, that's the issue.
Did you find your error?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm good then. Thank you.
yep. Anybody else have a question? Okay. I'm gonna flip, again, if you want to go more problems, I don't have a problem doing it at the end of class today. So I'm just gonna minimize this and pull up the other one. All right, so today, a lot of it is review. I'm gonna skip a little bit. So we have been doing these. So I am gonna skip here to page, and if you want, like, if you get home tonight, you're like, I would like to go over more, there's a YouTube video if you want it, but I am not going over in class. So my first problem is area of triangles is page 3. We're going to go over quickly just how to find the area of triangle. And then you're going to have a formula that you just plug and chug and find the answers. So area of a triangle is area equals 1/2 base times height, which we've seen before. That's nothing new. Now I want you to look at H, look at C. If I look at angle C, angle C, H is opposite. Opposite is sine. So sine of C equals H over A. Sine of C is opposite over the hypotenuse. That's where the H over A came from. Now, if I solve for H, I get A sine of C, because I multiply across. A times sine C makes A sine C. Then I'm just going to plug in my H. So where my H is, I'm going to plug it in. I get area equals 1/2 base times A sine C. And that's the formula you're going to use today. Now, to save time, I'm going to do number 3 with you. I feel like it's the hardest problem. So if you look at number 3, you'll notice something. When we talk about the angle, it always has to be, for example, like example 1, see how the angle is in between a side and a side. So it's side, angle, side. We don't see this on number 3. So this is actually a 2-step problem. We need to find another side. So think about this. We know this angle, we know this side, we know this angle. Could we find this side? Think about what we did like a couple days ago. How do we find the other side? I know I'm making you think really early in the morning. What formula? I'll give you a multiple choice here. Do I want to use sine or cosine to find that side? Go ahead and put in your chat box, which one do you think I should use, sine or cosine? Yes, yes, great job, you guys. All right, so I'm gonna go sine of 59. I'm just gonna call that side A. I don't really care what you guys call it. So sine of 59 over A equals sine of 76 over 7. Go ahead and cross multiply, solve it. I want you guys to solve it for me and then tell me what your answer is in the chat box. Great job. I see some answers coming in. The answer was 6.2. And then don't forget your units, millimeters. All right, now. It says find the area. Did I finish my problem? No, I need to go back up here and use this formula. I know I didn't leave a lot of space, but I'll go ahead and write it right over here. A equals 1/2 my base times A sine C. So 1/2, I have a side B, which is 7. I have another side, which is 6.2 sine. All right, hold on a second. Remember how I said I need the angle in between the sides? Do I have my angle right here in between the two sides? Let's see, I'm looking for heads nodding. Do I have the angle in between the two sides? No, I don't. Okay, so I'm gonna have to find that, and you guys know how to find this. Go ahead and take 180 minus 76 minus 59 and find that side, or that angle, please. You should get 45. I see it coming through. Great job. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put 45 here. Go ahead and solve it. Put it in your calculator. So you have 1/2 7 times 62 sine of 45. You should be able to do that all in one step on your calculator. I should put a dot right here. And I see 15.3 coming through. Good job, you guys. All right, so 15.2, and this is area millimeter squared. Don't forget that squared part. Will kick a lot of you guys just forgetting the little square. All right, I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna do number 4, or page 4 next. Heron's formula. I'm gonna give it to you. You do not need to figure out how it was developed. And I'm gonna write down area, or A equals, square root S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. And S is 1/2 A plus B plus C. This is called semi-perimeter. Okay, A, B, C, A, B, C. Something just to keep note if you're trying to work through it fast. We're gonna do number 7 in class together. So area equals, well, hold on a second. We can't do that until we have S. So you have to find S first. We can just do that right off to the side. S equals 1/2. We just do all the sides, 18, 19, and 21. Add those up. I'm gonna let you guys do that. Take it times 1/2 and tell me what you get. Just put it in your chat box. I know you have it. 29. Great job, you guys. All right, so that's my S. I just plug in 29 minus my A. Does it matter what A is? No, you could put A as 21. Just make sure you use all the sides and you'll get the answer. So I did 18 already. I'm gonna do 19 next, and then I'm gonna do 21 last. And some of you guys might do the opposite of what I just did, and it'll still work. Okay, this is where you might get a little trouble. You might want to do get rid of some of these parentheses so you don't do it in the calculator wrong. Or some of you guys can put in the calculator right. Go ahead and start solving. I'll get the answer up here. We'll see what we get. How about I make not error there? There you go. All right, what do you guys get for area? Go ahead and put it in the chat box. Yep, great job on getting, make sure you got your units, 159 point, I think it was tenths, if I remember right. So 7 miles squared. All right. Hey, pay attention because on Delta Math, this might pop up. Just a reminder, it's kind of like number 8 here, but I'm just, actually, it's not really like 8. I'm just gonna draw this. Think about this. If I have a triangle, think about a parallelogram. How many triangles are in a parallelogram? 2. So if I found the area of the triangle, if I took it times 2, I could find the area of the parallelogram. So this is something you might want to put in your head if you get stuck. All right, please listen to this so you guys are paying attention. The Delta Math tickets that you guys do before you leave class is to make sure you know what you're doing before you leave from me. So if you get stuck in Delta Math, you keep getting the problem wrong, or you just don't even know what you're doing, if you share your screen with me to say, hey, I need help on this problem, just share your screen with me. I will work through it with you. Once you have your Delta Math done, you can start on your homework, and you can also leave if you want to work away from Zoom, you can do that. So you need to get your Delta Math done now. Also, please listen, tomorrow's Delta Math, you must show your work. I was very graceful last time. If you do not show your work, I'm not going to give you the credit for it. Make sure you turn it in after you're done with Delta Math. So like, number your page, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There should be about 10 problems. So I should be able to see your work for each problem. I know some of you'll do calculations, but I need to see what you stuck in your calculator. So any questions for your release to go? Okay, I'm gonna stay on. Start your Delta Math. If you have a questions, let me know. I'm gonna make sure my screen's set up to share if you want to share your screen.